Hi guys, good to see you again. This is Hector from Bogota. Today we are going to talk about Colombian coffee and how easy it is to make the perfect cup every time. So, if you're interested about coffee but you've never taken the time to do the research yourself, you've come to the right place. There is a lot of information out there about how to brew the best cup of coffee. So it's easy to be overwhelmed by all the different methods and opinions. Gracias. Today, I am going to teach you how to achieve the perfect cup of coffee in 4 easy steps. So after today, you will never taste coffee the same way. Precision is essential if you want to get the perfect cup of coffee every time. You could even say that coffee is a precision sport. Everything has to be measured precisely. So, if you don't have a scale just like this one, don't worry, very easy. You can use a measuring cup just like this one, along with a measuring scoop just like this one right here. For us here in Colombia, the perfect ratio is 8 grams of coffee per 100 milliliters of water. Now, if you want a little bit more intensity in your cup, just 1 extra gram of coffee should do it. Choosing your coffee. Well, today I am going to use an amazing exotic coffee, a pink bourbon variety from the mountains of Huila, Colombia, called Campo Real. Subtle notes of plum, peaches, and rose petals. Truly, truly magnificent coffee. Now, keep in mind that the flavor of your coffee does not only come from the type of plant that you're acquiring. 50% of that flavor comes from the variety of coffee. The other 50% is developed by the skill of the master roaster. Now, choosing your coffee doesn't actually end there. You also need to choose how you're going to grind those beans. Remember that you should never buy pre-ground coffee for 2 reasons. First reason being that as soon as you grind those beans, they start to release all the aromas and flavors. Second reason being that each method has their own grind size. So make sure that you grind your coffee accordingly to the method that you are going to use. You have many options available to you. The most commonly used ones are the Chemex, the Calita, the Dripper V60, the French press, the Mocha, and of course the Syphon. Keep in mind that every method will contribute in its own way to the flavor of your coffee. The same coffee prepared here will never taste the same as prepared here or here. And also keep in mind that each method has their own grind size. So make sure that your coffee is optimally grind for the method that you're going to use. I am going to recommend that you use a Dripper V60, also known as the Dripper Cone. The Dripper Cone is the easiest method to use and at the same time, a highly recommended one, as it allows drinkers to taste the true flavor of the bean. Experts say that the Dripper Cone will always give you a very honest cup for a complete tasting experience. Now, why is that? Well, it's very easy. It's because of the filter that each method uses. For example, the filter for the Chemex is a very narrow filter, retaining a lot of the oils, which in turn gives you a very mild, clean cup. On the other hand, the filter for the Dripper Cone is a little bit more open, allowing the oils to run through to your cup, giving you a full and complete tasting experience. Water temperature, very important. Remember to never boil the water when making coffee, because when you boil the water, that burns the minerals inside the water, and that also changes the flavor of your coffee. All the water that you're going to use should be at pre-boiling point, between 84 to 94 degrees precisely. You don't have a thermometer? Don't worry, it's actually easier than you think. You know, when the water is about to boil, you start to see those little bubbles, they start to appear. That's your cue. Take the water from the stove, it's ready. Avoid thermal shock. How you do that? Very easy. Just pour hot water on your cup. This is also very, very important because you should never pour your coffee into a cold cup because the thermal shock will change the flavor of the coffee. Avoid it. When putting the water, you have 2 crucial steps to consider. A, the pre-infusion of your coffee before you pour the water, and B, Avoid turbulence when putting the water. So before you start to pour the water, it's very important to do the pre-infusion, because what the pre-infusion does is allow the coffee molecules to expand, so they release all the aromas and flavors in preparation for the water to come. So how do we do the pre-infusion? Very easy. We start by adding bits of water on top, making sure that the whole surface is wet. We let it sit there for 30 seconds, and then we pour the rest of the water in. That will ensure that you acquire all the aromas, flavors, and all the oils from your coffee. Also, the pre-infusion helps with the aftertaste, because when you don't do the pre-infusion, the aftertaste of your coffee will always be bitter. When you do the pre-infusion, the aftertaste changes to sweet. Second very important step when pouring the water is to avoid turbulence. How you do that? Very easy, guys. You are supposed to pour the water slowly on a circular motion at a very low height, like I'm doing so right here, right now. As you can see, the spout of my kettle is almost touching the rim. That is very important, because for example, if I raise my kettle just a few fingers, the drop of the water will create turbulence. The turbulence adds oxygen to the grounds, which turns your coffee sour. That's why you should always avoid turbulence when putting the water in your coffee. Et voila, your coffee is ready. However, don't drink it just yet. Remember that with coffee, same as with wine, it's always a good practice to start with the aromas first, before you drink the first sip. Enjoy. For my top recommendations about where to enjoy an amazing cup of coffee in Bogota, check the bio on this video, where I've written down some of my favorite spots in the city. Gracias. Also, we would like to see you making your own cups of coffee at home. So feel free to share your pictures and videos. We would really like to know how that coffee went. Thank you so much for watching my video today. And also a big thanks to Arte y Pasión Café, the mecca for coffee lovers in downtown Bogota. Don't forget to check on my colleagues. They have amazing clips for you. If you liked my video and you would like to support us, find the donate button below. Your contribution will go a long way in keeping us alive and also helping the Ramirez project. Also, feel free to share our content on social media with your friends and family. And stay tuned for more videos that we'll be bringing to you. So in the meantime, be safe, stay at home, God bless. Ciao.